We stay hidden in the forest for the next 9 months, and during that time my uncle and his family left us and follow some of our clan relatives to a new area. In January 1977, the communist troops finally left their fort on top of Mount Jin. Many of the Hmong people took this opportunity to go harvest their fields for food. My dad told us that we must go out and help them harvest their fields so we can also get some food for ourselves. It was a joint harvest by the community. Everyone harvested one fields before moving on to the next field, while the able fighting man were the one on the lookout protecting those that are harvesting the field, and that was the plan. On the first day of harvesting, we harvest a field on top of Mount Jut next to the abandoned communist military fort. To me, I didn't understand why out of all the fields they chose that field, but I didn't question. The communists had planned this all along, leaving their fort to get us to come out of hiding, but they were still hiding nearby. That day we harvested the field all day, and towards the end of the day majority of the Hmong people that had harvested enough food for themselves had returned back into the forest, leaving my family and a few other to continue harvesting. At that moment my dad told us that since majority of the people have left along with majority of the man that were on the lookout, he will go help being a lookout, and told us to keep on harvesting. My little brother Zao then said that he wanted to go with my dad, so they both set off with their rifles. We continued harvesting for about 2 hours when I saw my little brother Zao running back to us. As he got to us, he was out of breath and panicky, telling us to stop harvesting, saying that the communists are here. At that moment, everyone that were still there harvesting with us immediately stopped and began heading back into the forest. I looked around and noticed that my dad was not with my little brother, and asked him where dad is and why is he back alone. My little brother ear and face then immediately turned red as he was trying to hold back his tears, then proceed to tell me that they patrol the edge of Mount Jun and slowly made their way to Mount Cemetery when Dad spotted some military boots footprints. So he told me to wait as he follows the footprints going up the mountain. As I lost sight of Dad going up the mountain, then suddenly gunfire erupted, saying that he doesn't know what happened to Dad. When my little brother told me that, I immediately started hearing my heart started beating faster and my head burning with sweat as my blood boiled with rage. I started praying for my dad's safety, then told my families to run to the forest. As we were running to the forest, I spotted my father-in-law and his son, Yimua. So I asked him to take my family to go on ahead, as me and my older brother are going to go back to look for my dad. My father-in-law immediately told me no, stop it, saying that he understand that we are in rage, saying that if my dad is alive he will surely make his way back, and that if he's dead then even if we go there's nothing we can do anyway, saying that the communists have the advantage being in the defensive position just waiting, and you guys will be in the disadvantage as the advancing attacker and will be easy target for them. But I told my father-in-law that no matter what I have to go. Then at that moment my older brother said to me that my father-in-law is right and that we shouldn't go. I picked up my M1 carbine and immediately my older brother grabbed my gun and wouldn't let go, saying that no matter what he won't let me go, saying that they outnumber us and outgun us. Thinking back at it now, if my older brother didn't physically stop me at that time, I probably would have died trying to get to my dad. As we made it into the forest and into our resting area, I sat down and tried to calm myself down, but it was impossible. I must have sat like that all through the night, just looking at the path hoping my dad would pop up any second, but all through the night my dad never came back. The next day in the afternoon, me and my two brothers ready our rifles and headed back to look for our dad. My father-in-law saw us leaving, so he picks up his rifle and joined us to go back to look for my dad. As we got close to the area where we were harvesting yesterday, we encountered the Chao clan. There were many of them with rifles everywhere. They even have shoulder-mounted rockets with them. It was like the entire Chao clan's men were out there. In fact, they were out there the entire night fighting the communists all through the night and had pushed the communists back out of the area. They were from Chao clan under Chao chief Green Yia Chao. When they saw us, they immediately said to us that they're so sorry for our loss and that our dad is dead and that he's right over there. They had dragged my dad to the field last night as they were fighting against the communists all through the night. I remember crying and was angry. We ended up burying my dad on that field. As we made it back to camp, I had to tell my mom that dad died and she cried for the next 3 days. After that, we stay hidden in the forest until late spring of 1977 when people were setting the fields on fire for the next harvest. I told my father-in-law that since my grandpa and dad are dead now, I'm contemplating of surrendering to the communists. My father-in-law say that is up to me, but say that we should go talk to our own tribes about surrendering, and if they say yes, then we all can go surrender together, but if they say no, then we can talk again after that. Me and my brothers talked about it, and we all agree to go surrender to the communists, saying that one of these days one of us are going to get killed, and that is not about why or how, but when it's going to happen. Saying that many people have already surrendered to the communist. After agreeing to it, we went and met with my father-in-law and told him that we are going to go surrender to the communist, but unlike before when he says it's up to us, he now absolutely won't allow us to go surrender. He had changed his mind after he also had his own meeting with his family and tribe, saying that he cares about us too much and that we don't even know if the communist will accept our surrender and welcome us with open hand, and that it's too risky. Saying that our General Vang Pao and our leaders are planning to come back to retake the country. To me, I don't know who told them that our general was going to come back or if they made that up themselves. I'm not going to lie, we were stupid and dumb and believed them. If these people didn't lie to us stupid people, tricking us and lying to us, many people would have had fled Laos a long time ago and many innocent people wouldn't have suffered so much. After we were denied of going to surrender to the communist, we had no choice but to continue to stay with the Hmong resistance. We were also scared that if we try to sneak away to go surrender, we will also get attacked by our own side as well, so we continue to stay and hide in the forest with my father-in-law.